All right, it's time to get the party started. So let's make sure that we're all here together. I am Carla Wright-Jukes. You can call me Carla. And this is BASF. They're a chemical company. They set a global initiative goal to increase the percentage of women in leadership positions. And the aspiration was to increase from 22 to 24 worldwide by 2021. And these are the actions that they took to do it. And they reached the goal. They reached the goal. If you had one other action that you wish they would have considered, what would that have been? I'll tell you what I think. I think a mentorship program where the women were mentored by men in higher positions, because I find that women struggle with promotion and exposure because they're just really not seen. So let's talk about a heat map. And it's just a visual that helps you understand what you're looking at. And so when you're talking about diversity data, there can be gobs of it. And the larger you are, the more data you're going to have. So if somebody gives you a sheet, and I don't care if it's a spreadsheet, I don't care if it's a PowerPoint, I don't care, and it's full of data, and you're looking at representation on one side, you're looking at location on the top, and you're trying to scan across for, let's say, I don't know, 5 or 6 ethnic groups. And as you scan across, you're like, okay, so that was Louisiana and that was women. It's hard to visually compute when you have too much. So a heat map helps you zone in to what's going well, what's not going so well, and what pretty much sucks. This is what it looks like after. And so automatically you can look at the reds and say, we have a problem for Alaskan Natives at 12% for opportunity and resources. We had a problem. But we look pretty good on engagement for Hispanics and Latinas. These are some metrics that you can think about incorporating. And again, don't boil the ocean. And I think Daryl said, this is where we are today. You know, find out where you are today and work within that construct, because there's nothing but progress before you. Okay, the employee life cycle. What I really wanted everybody to see was the top reasons individuals accept their current job. So if you can see why they accept it, you can see what you need to do to attract them. And that is why I brought this in from McKinsey, because it's got a lot of information in there that might help you as you craft your attract strategy. At the top of the funnel, you're attracting them with whatever your brand is, and you're sourcing them from wherever you're going. If it's college recruitments, if it's veterans, if it's otherwise able individuals, if it's tech schools, wherever you're getting them from. But you have to have perks, and we've been talking about that, and you have to have a culture and a job description, because they're going to do their research. And if the job description is not compelling, you're going to lose them right there. That's step one. And make sure that that job description is inclusive. That whole gender, it should be a gender neutral job description, and there's a tool for that. You can actually write them put them into this tool, and the tool will come back and tell you, take this word out, replace it with this. I found this survey that Deloitte had done, and their whole objective was to understand the level of trust that people had within their organization. They put the survey out across the US, different industries, different age groups, different ethnicities, different functions, and they reached more than 1,500 workers. Their intent was to target marginalized groups of people because they are the demographic, and I'll just put them all into that are likely to have less trust for 10,000 reasons. This is their findings. 80+% really had a level of trust in their organization's DEI initiatives. And the thing is, say that your company decides they're going to run a pilot to determine if they're going to give you every Friday off from Easter to Labor Day. They run a pilot because the reason that they're doing it is for wellness and to give you a break and to give you time to do the things you want to do, spend with family, just to give time back to you every Friday. That's their intent. They actually run a pilot, and their pilot, at the end of it, the results were that the customers were madder than hell because their key contacts were off somewhere having a wellness day, and they had customer issues and they couldn't get to them. The customer's challenges are one thing, but how do you feel about your company because they tried? They say they were going to run a pilot. They said they wanted to give you wellness time back, and they did it, and they tried it. Does that mean that your trust in them is going to disintegrate? Likely not. They told you what they were going to do. They did it, and it had results that they couldn't live with. So they might have to say, well, you can't have every Friday off. You can have one Friday a month. But your trust in them is not going to disintegrate because they tried and their intent was pure.